Telepathy, the mysterious connection between minds. Is telepathic communication between people really possible? To answer this question, we will talk about 3 interesting experiments in history. Let's discover these fascinating experiments together. Ganzfeld experiments. First, let's take a look at the Ganzfeld experiments, which have been conducted by psychologists since the 1970s. In this experiment, a subject is isolated from sound and visual stimuli in a special room, while a sender in another room tries to mentally communicate a randomly selected image to the subject. Experiments usually measure how accurately subjects identify these images. The results showed that subjects sometimes guessed with a higher accuracy than random chance. Dream telepathy experiments. Let us examine another interesting study, the Dream Telepathy experiments conducted in the 1960s and 1970s by Montague Ullman and Stanley Krippner at Maimonides Medical Center in Brooklyn. When the subject falls asleep, the sender watches a randomly selected image in another room and tries to mentally transmit it to the subject. When the subject wakes up, they describe their dream, and this is compared with the image of the sender. Subjects were sometimes observed to see the images the sender was watching in their dreams, but these results were not accepted as conclusive either. The Stanford experiments testing telepathy and farsightedness, most recently conducted by Stanford University in the 1970s and 1980s. Subjects were asked to mentally perceive a target object or place at a certain distance without seeing it. The results from these experiments suggested that subjects showed a higher accuracy in identifying some targets than random chance. But these results were also controversial and criticized. While these 3 experiments provided interesting insights into telepathic communication and similar psychic abilities, the results were often controversial. The scientific community continues to assess the accuracy and reproducibility of such experiments. Do telepathic abilities really exist? No definitive conclusion has yet been reached, but these fascinating investigations continue our quest to explore the limits of the human mind. Don't forget to follow and like the video to discover new worlds in the depths of time, yesterday, today, and tomorrow.